The MBTA held a public forum at Attleboro High School earlier this week to discuss the proposal to increase commuter rail fares. The fare increase would raise prices across all modes of transportation by 5% beginning July 1st of this year. The fare increase would be implemented in order to cover rising costs of operation. The forum offered an opportunity for residents to voice their concerns about the increase, and DoubleACS was there to cover the event.
The MBTA is proposing to increase fares across all modes by 5%, effective July 1st, 2014. That's the beginning of our fiscal year. This fare proposal is a fare proposal only. It does not include recommendations for any reductions or eliminations of service.
My name is Charles Plank. I'm an Assistant General Manager at the MBTA, and we are in Attleboro tonight to provide information about the proposed fare increase that the MBTA is recommending for July 1st of 2014. We are conducting a series of 10 meetings around the MBTA service area to give information to people about the fare proposal. All information on the fare proposal is available at mbta.com on our website for anybody who's not able to attend a meeting. And for anyone who'd like to submit comment on the proposed fare increase, they can write to our email address at fareproposal@mbta.com. The MBTA is proposing to increase fares across all modes by 5% for the start of our fiscal year, which is July 1st, 2014. Fares on commuter rail will go up, for single ride fares will go up between 25 and 50 cents depending on the distance, and monthly passes on commuter rail will go up between $5 and $17 depending on the distance. Fares on the subway and bus for single rides will go up by 10 cents. The monthly pass for unlimited travel on the subway and bus is proposed to increase from $70 to $75. The MBTA participated with the Patrick administration in 2012 to put together what was called the Way Forward Transportation Plan, which was made available in January of 2013. And that presented a Commonwealth-wide look at transportation funding needs for the next 20 years. And as a result of that proposal, the legislature enacted the transportation finance legislation in July of 2013 that, among other things, provided additional operating funding for the MBTA, so we would essentially be level funded for the coming next several fiscal years. That operating funding did anticipate that the MBTA would increase fares by 5% every other year. So this is the first stage in responding to the transportation finance legislation, where the MBTA is beginning to raise some of its own resources, not beginning, but is continuing to raise some of its own resources to meet its operating costs. This 5% fare increase is essentially designed to help us meet operating costs that are outside of our direct control, such as healthcare, utilities, and fuel costs. There are no service reductions or no service eliminations proposed with this fare increase. It is simply a 5% fare increase across all modes. The MBTA makes continuous efforts to collect all fares on all modes. While we know sometimes things do slip through, we're vigilant about dealing with our conductors and our bus operators, our subway operators, and our personnel at stations to make sure that fare evasion is kept to the bare minimum. Transit police are out at stations and on board trains at times. We use mystery riders and mystery shoppers on our system sometimes to keep track, to make sure that fare evasion is as low as possible. It is a serious concern and something we keep after at all times. We want to make sure we hear from everybody who has comment or question on the fare proposal. We're encouraging people to attend the meetings that we've been having. We're also in a meeting at Newton tonight. This is the 10th of the meetings that we're having around the region. And again, people can reach us at fareproposal@mbta.com by email if they'd like to submit comment or questions.